So now this is awesome. She's going to talk about the magic of vulnerability. That's a hard word to say. She's going to explore with us the courage it takes to be vulnerable. And one thing I got to say, this is really special because she works with teens on purpose. So we're really going to get something good out of this. It helps teens and people learn about their leadership potential. So I'm really looking forward to hearing something about this. It's going to be real exciting, and you'll get a chance to learn more about her later. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and get her up on the stage. So thank you. Oh, I'm sorry, Kimberly Schehrer. Oh, you probably need that.
Yes, I do. So, thank you. When you've made a mistake, and we've all made mistakes, did you want to announce it to the world or cover it up and hope no one noticed? Many people think that admitting your mistakes is a sign of weakness. Really, it's the opposite. Admitting your mistakes and being vulnerable takes courage and is a sign of strength. When we're more vulnerable, we open the door to having more people trust us, open up to us, and want better relationships. The magic of vulnerability is that it is a productivity tool. When you're vulnerable, it invites connection, and this deeper connection allows for others to trust you. And with this trust, you will get better results faster and easier. It also boosts your know, trust, and like factor so that you'll get greater enrollment, whether you're selling a program to a potential client or getting buy-in from your teen to have better grades. I'm Kimberly Schehrer. As a teen breakthrough coach, I have supported parents with helping improve their relationships with their teens for over a decade. I have coached teens to get better grades, have higher self-esteem, and achieve ambitious goals in school and life. These same processes to boost self-esteem and productivity also work for entrepreneurs. What I have found as both a coach and a mom of 2 daughters is that if you want more success, you need to be more vulnerable, because this deepens the connection that others have within themselves and to others. How do you leverage the magic of vulnerability? You leverage the magic of vulnerability by listening without judgment, patiently holding your comments until the other person has had time to share. You may be tempted to want to jump in, but holding your comments prevents miscommunication and deepens the trust they have in you. How do you use the vulnerability success formula? The vulnerability success formula is role modeling plus acknowledging vulnerability equals deeper connection. Vulnerability is being fully present and authentic with your imperfections and your mistakes. As business leaders and or parents, we're always role modeling something. The question is, what are you role modeling by default, and what do you want to be role modeling? Do you want to role model shame and judgment, or keep your imperfections and mistakes hidden? This translates into putting a barrier in communication between yourself and others. This doesn't allow for a deeper connection, and it may make people feel as though you don't want a deeper relationship with them. Or are you so masterful at hiding your imperfections and mistakes that others perceive you as perfect and as never having experienced the struggles they are facing? This may make them feel uncomfortable and also disconnected, and as though they don't measure up. I believe that if you can practice the courageous act of vulnerability, then it unleashes teens and clients' potential to more connect with themselves and trust themselves, stand in their strengths. And from this place, they can more powerfully contribute to worldwide change. A college student, let's call him Luke, had a history of changing schools because he was struggling, he was failing, he was bullied, and he was determined to be a rebel. His parents sought out my support. The challenge was Luke wasn't sure how a rebel could turn into a good student, even though he wanted to change. So I decided to be vulnerable with him. And I told him I too was a rebel. I didn't have good enough grades to get into a university. And Luke looked at me with astonishment and said, "I figured you always got A's in school." I proceeded to tell Luke that my long-range vision was to be a psychologist, and that meant graduate school. I had to achieve better grades to get in. And I did get into graduate school. I ended up graduating from a university with honors and also received my master's degree with high honors. By my sharing my vulnerability, Luke was able to connect with my rebel and realize he too could choose differently. Here is the magic of vulnerability, is that it does connect us, and it is a step to transformation because it allows others to feel worthy of their imperfections and mistakes too. Brené Brown said in her TED Talk, she's a researcher and a social worker, and she did a TED Talk on vulnerability, and she said that connection is what gives us purpose and meaning in life. By my sharing my vulnerability, it allowed Luke to also be vulnerable and to connect more within himself and discover his deeper purpose. What was the result? He improved his grades and he started a job while maintaining his 3.4 GPA. Most remarkable was that he created and managed a successful social group. This is in spite of his long history of being bullied and having trouble making friends. And this led to lasting change for him because he now has the confidence to know that he can feel a sense of belonging within any community he chooses. Practicing vulnerability is important because people don't do what we say, they do what we do. But acknowledging vulnerability is needed to continue it. A teen or client's ability to be vulnerable also affects your ability to reach them and support them with achieving goals beyond what they thought was possible. Jake and Steve are a great example of how being vulnerable and playing to your strengths can make a difference. Both were middle schoolers, failing classes, labeled a behavior problem, and had poor self-esteem. Jake had the opportunity to work with me, and Steve did not. Steve has dropped out of college, is abusing drugs, and his parents are no longer speaking to him. This is a nightmare, both for Steve and his parents. Through our work together, Jake was able to vulnerably work through his issues, play to his strengths, and have a deeper connection. Within 3 months, he made Student of the Month. Within 6 months, he made the honor roll. The following year, he prepped for college, taking advanced placement courses. Most importantly, he shifted his mindset from thinking he was stupid to believing in his strengths and his worthiness. And he transformed from an "I can't" attitude to "yes, I can." Yeah. Because he played to his strengths and he was able to be more vulnerable and connected. That's what gave him the results. I acknowledge Jake for his strengths and also his vulnerability. And I believe that if we can embody our strengths, we can more easily overcome our setbacks, build resistance, because we're reminding ourselves of our capabilities so that we can more boldly and confidently go after ambitious goals. So does everyone have the handout? If so, if not, please raise your hand and Brandy or someone can get you one. Yay. Okay, so I just would like to review. The magic of vulnerability is that it is yay, yes. So if you could fill productivity in the first blank, that would be great. The vulnerability success formula is role modeling plus acknowledging your vulnerability equals deeper. Woohoo, you guys are right. If you could fill that into the blank. Vulnerability is being fully present and authentic with your imperfections and your mistakes. Awesome. So please fill that in. My question to you is, on a scale of 1 being not open at all to 10 being completely open, how open are you to being vulnerable? So please don't overthink this, just whatever number pops into your mind, and write that down. I encourage you throughout today, on the breaks, at lunch, VIP party, share your teen strength with somebody else and ask them about theirs, because this is an opportunity for us to support and stand powerfully for each other in your strengths. Now I'd like to travel back in time, and I would like for you to put both feet on the floor and feel your back supported by your chair. And if you're comfortable, close your eyes. And I'd like you to picture yourself as a teenager. I would like for you to think about one strength that you wish as a teen you had been acknowledged for. This acknowledgement could be your artistic ability, it could be your friendliness, your strategic thinking. What is it for you? What is it for you? Now open your eyes and please write that strength on your handout. I'd like to leave you with this, that vulnerability requires courage and compassion. And the more that you trust yourself, the more we're able to trust others with greater ease. And when we have connection and trust, it allows more space for all of us to contribute to change in our careers, our family, and on the planet. Thank you.
Are you a speaker looking to reach more people with your message? You have a global vision that you want to touch the world and make a global difference? If so, I have an amazing opportunity for you. It's called the Speaker Talent Search. Again, that's the speakertalentsearch.com. You'll find all the details, but here are the highlights. With one application process, you get clarity on your message. You get to fine-tune how you want to reach the world. Then you'll have everything ready in one place for the opportunities when they come. Second, we select you as a finalist. You get to come in and audition with a 7-minute audition, open up the door to hundreds of speaking opportunities. I hope you lean in. I hope you say yes. We would love to hear your message. Help you touch the world powerfully. Again, that's the speakertalentsearch.com. We look forward to hearing your powerful message. Hi, I'm Rebecca Gruyter, and I'm the producer of the Empowered Connections TV channel. And I wanted to personally invite you to come on over, enjoy our amazing shows. We are all about empowering women. We're all about transforming lives. We're empowering men to really step out and be all they can be. We are looking for programming and shows to bring things to the next level. So if you are somebody that feels a show birthing within you, you have a calling to bring your show to life and touch the world, please reach out to me. I'd love to have a conversation with you. We are launching new programs and shows every week, every month, because we're going to change the world. I look forward to talking to you.